So continue to share, like, and subscribe. We'll pull up another video, and then people, this next video, it's Nina's video. If you keep going for election that will benefit your enemy, you're just being stupid. That's just what it means. So please continue to share, like, and subscribe. We'll join you to share. But let's play this one again. Pay attention, please.
If we choose to proceed to that 2027 election under this constitution, it is a choice to perish, and it is a choice of stupid people. It is a choice of stupid people. But when the suffering will come, because if you think you are suffering now, what you are going through now is a child's play. If we do not terminate the operation of that constitution sooner than later, we are not saying chase out the people in government house. Ninas is still willing to accommodate in a transition all of those who are in the governance structure of now. Let those in government house, whether they won election or they didn't, remain in a transitional capacity through that period of transition, like South Africa did to ease itself out of the apartheid, bind in 1990. It took them 5 years. They ended in 1994 with the election that brought Mandela. It is this same problem solved now that South Africa solved. Apartheid came in 1910. Nigeria happened in 1914. The Boers imposing a constitution. The British and their full friends imposing Nigeria that excluded the owners of the land from any meaningful thing. And now, by 1999, they had codified the first, the second, third time, and that's what they got to build their democracy on. Is it working for anybody now? It's not working. It's not. Everybody saying it is not working. What then shall we do? To go to another election that will renew the life of that constitution in 2027? That will be a stupid decision. That will be a decision to build on a damaged foundation, and that's only one outcome possible. That edifice will crash. That edifice will crash. That Nigeria you're building on the foundation of a constitution that is damaged, the constitution that does not exist, will crash. And we're not saying it will happen by accident. The person speaking with you, as a part of a majority that reject that constitution, are going to do whatever it will take to crash that constitution. Those who are sitting in Abuja and thinking that they become the owners of our sovereignty, you better dress back, because right from this 4th anniversary, from the 16th day of December in 2024, Ninas will proceed with the mobilization to rally the victims of Unitary Nigeria countrywide against the enforcers of Unitary Nigeria. I repeat, Ninas will now rally the victims of Unitary Nigeria, that is the peoples of Nigeria whose sovereignty have been hijacked by that constitution, against those who are holding on to that constitution as basis of union. 25 years is sufficient in terms of pleading and begging and generally trying to persuade. Now, the boxing ring, the venue for that fight is whether we proceed to election in 2027 under that constitution, or we go to transition. Those who want to salvage their own people from this bondage will stand with us in saying transition in place of election. Let us go and repair this ship before we all sink with it. Those who want to hold hands with the enemy to continue to suck the blood of the people will say, oh, let us go to election and build our democracy further. It is a choice that we have all to make, but Ninas will lead those who reject that constitution, who then say they cannot go to another election under it because it will only renew their bondage, and who insist on immediate transition or the dissolution of the stupid union. The union is dead if we can't define the terms of that union. If anybody imagines that it is guns that will be used to to camp and clamp, be informed that guns are useless in this discussion. It is that constitution that put the guns where they are now. The collapse of that constitution means that everybody can take what that constitution took from them, including their sovereignty, including their economic access, including the guns to defend themselves in their place.
Yes, yes, yes. I could keep telling you guns are useless in this conversation because the indigenous peoples
that the British had to pay £865,000.
It's not where we're going. Sorry.
To take over.
So like we keep saying, on land. Why are we bringing guns? Why are we bringing weapons? If you bring weapons, you play into the hands of the enemy that wants to sell weapons, use you as business. That's what is happening in Congo. That's what is happening everywhere. They make two nations, two ethnic nations, and then supply both of them ammunition, and they take themselves out. So if you're wise, if you understand why we say that weapons are not needed for this conversation. You are an indigenous person, you are distinct indigenous people staying on your land. The same thing my own, the same thing the other, our neighbors own. Why are we bringing knives and guns and everything? There's no need. All we need to do is be on the table, renegotiate, and then for the criminals that will not allow us, those benefiting from the system, they are fewer in number, little percentage. Once we plan together and work together, they will not even come near the conversation. And the conversation can take place anywhere. Ukumangoro, under Mango 3. Anywhere. We don't need to go to Abuja to have that conversation because we are villagers. We are natives living in our land. Why do we need to go anywhere? We will fix the venue by ourselves and discuss what we want to discuss. And as we speak, the good news that that conversation is ongoing. You watching us right here is part of that conversation. You going to your villages to tell your people what is going on, what is where we're going is part of that conversation. And in the course of this show, we're going to bring up more people that have said things, and even subsequent videos. We're going to bring in what more people are saying. Thank you. I'll allow my sister to continue.
Oh, my sister, thank you so much. I mean, does it even make sense? If you guys recall, I told a story of someone that came to my house and took my spoons. You think when I finally went to her house after so many months, I saw my spoon. I didn't even ask her if it was yours or mine. I literally took the spoon and put it in my handbag. And up to today, no criminal has come back to ask me what happened to the spoon because it wasn't theirs in the first place.
Exactly.
So we don't need anybody's permission to do what you're doing now. The ball is in your court. The problem now is that what are you doing with the ball that we have in your court? Do you understand what the ball stands for?